Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new information to go over. New events and data mines have been announced. We also have some new leaks for the Nintendo Switch 2 and some upcoming games for the next console. And we also have some new rumors to go over for Pokemon Legends ZA. There's a lot of things to break down today. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over this new event that has just been announced for Pokemon GO. It is known as the Scorching Steps event, and it's tweeted out by JRPG saying, JRPG update, the Pokemon GO Scorching Steps event has been revealed. It runs until the 21st of June at 10 AM local time to the 25th of June at 8 PM local time. And it also adds Shiny Larvesta into the game. So this is quite a big one, because even though Larvesta is quite difficult to get from eggs, I think I've only ever hatched one in my whole time of playing Pokemon GO, you can now get a shiny one. So if you do get lucky and hatch an actual Larvesta, you might even get a chance of getting a shiny one as well. So these are the kind of features that come along with this event. So these are the bonuses. So you get 2 times candy from hatching eggs. You get half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators during the event. You also get a quarter egg hatch distance for the first 3 eggs hatched during the event using the Pokemon GO hatching widget. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's something new that's coming into the game or something. I have no idea. I've never heard of the hatching widget, unless I'm just, you know, not thinking of something that's very, very obvious. But either way, that's something that happens. And then increased chance to encounter and hatch shiny Slugma and shiny Litleo. And these are all the updated eggs as well. So from 2km eggs, you get Growl of Slugma, Houndour, Magby, and Larvesta. From 5km eggs, you get Hisuian Growlithe, Darumaka, Litwick, Larvesta, and Litleo. And from 10km eggs, you get Larvesta, Turtonator, and Sharkadette. Obviously, Sharkadette can't be shiny, but the fact that Larvesta is in 2, 5, and 10km eggs are really, really useful there as well. You also get your field research task rewards as well for like Slugma, Litleo, Turtonator. Also get your time research and your Pokestop showcases. So that is the new event happening for Pokemon GO at the end of the month. A really, really good event for shiny Larvesta, and you can also obviously get the Charcadet as well, which is quite nice, but that can't obviously be shiny. So that's that. We also have some data mines regarding Pokemon GO as well. So this was posted by the Pokemon group. We have a text update. So we found a new ticket called 8th Anniversary Party Premium Timed Research Ticket, and it goes from the 28th of June until the 3rd of July. And this description included rewards, an encounter with Meltan. Obviously not really that exciting because it's very, very easy to get Meltan in this game. If it was an encounter with shiny Meltan, then fair play, but it's very, very easy to just get the, obviously the mystery box or whatever it's called, and then just get like a ton of Meltan for an hour. So I don't know why that's a thing. Anyway, yeah, it's 88,888 XP. You get 1 super incubator, 1 premium battle pass, 1 incense, 1 basic incubator, 1 rocket radar, 1 lucky egg, and more. So yeah, a whole 1 encounter for Meltan from this event. It has to be like shiny or something. It needs to be. Like, there's just literally no point of paying for it otherwise. But either way, that's the new ticket that's been data mined. Moving on, let's talk about Nintendo Switch 2 updates. So if you are a Zelda fan, you have some pretty good news to look forward to. So we have Midori here, who of course is one of the main leakers in the community, saying that there is a project at Nintendo with the codename Edward. So whenever she says, you know, there's a project with this codename, that is something that they are actually working on as of right now. We just don't know what it is. It just has the code name of that. But obviously we can work out what it is because of previous code names, you know, in the past that have related to different kind of games and stuff. So this might be related to the rumors of a new Zelda series title. There is also a project at Nintendo in development with the codename Anna. Elsa is the codename for Nintendo Switch Sports, so I'm guessing that's something to do with Frozen or whatever. But either way, Nintendo Switch Sports, Elsa was the codename for that, and we now have Anna as well. So this title might be related. And this is also pretty interesting as well, because we have Zombie here saying, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Remastered. And Midori says, I do not know why Nintendo is not releasing it yet. So here we basically have Midori saying, you know, I don't know why they're not released it yet. It's a thing that's been happening, but I don't know why it's not been releasing yet. I mean, I assume that's what she's saying anyway. You know, I do not know why Nintendo is not releasing it yet. For me, it sounds like they are working on it, or they have been working on it, and, you know, she just doesn't know why they're not releasing it. So that could, I guess, fuel even more fire for this Nintendo Direct in June to actually have Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, because those 2 games have been kind of partnered together in the rumor mill for years now. And it sounds like now is the perfect time to release it. And Nintendo Direct is coming out, which is mainly going to focus on like ports and remakes and remasters and stuff. Twilight Princess, you know, why have they not released it yet? Coming from a leaker, it just makes you feel like, okay, maybe they are actually going to be close to releasing it now. We also have her replying to this as well. How does the name Edward imply Zelda? Has there been similar code names in the past? Richard was the code name for Link's Awakening remake on the Switch. So we have a few more people talking about this as well. We have Felipe here basically saying, like, these are the other code names for Zelda games. Quote retweeting what Midori is saying here. So Ocarina of Time 3D was Queen. A Link Between Worlds was Jack. Majora's Mask 3D was Joker, and then Breath of the Wild U was King. So obviously very much royal kind of code names there. But then we had Link's Awakening for the Switch, which was Richard. So a lot of people are expecting this to be, because that was obviously like a king name, you know, King Richard, we've got King Edward, stuff like that. So it very much is kind of going into this royal theme, so it very is likely going to be a Zelda game. We also have Stealth talking about this as well, saying Midori says there is a project at Nintendo with the codename Edward, which she speculates could be Zelda related because the Link's Awakening remake had the codename Richard. If we actually received Oracle of Ages / Seasons remakes, that would make me very happy. And then it's going to be at least 4 to 5 years until the next new 3D Zelda entry. Due to timing, Nintendo had a new 3D Zelda right away with the Switch. They won't with the Switch 2. What do you think? What do you do in the meantime? 2D Zelda, there's still demand for that style. So, yeah, they're not saying here that this is going to be like a brand new 3D Zelda game. It's going to be like a remake or a remaster or a port or something like that. But it is something Zelda, and it probably is going to be announced in the Nintendo Direct. It might even be Twilight Princess, you know, it might even be that, it might even be Wind Waker, it very well could be one of those, because it looks like they are even more likely to be released now, so if that's the case, obviously a lot of people are going to be happy about that, but either way, looks like we're going to be getting something Zelda in the Nintendo Direct, you'd like to expect anyway. Moving on, we also have this as well, Midori also kind of confirming that Visions of Mana will be released on the Nintendo Switch 2. We have Stealth talking about this here, saying there are a few announced RPGs that seemingly will hit the Switch 2, but I have the willpower to wait and support JRPGs on the Switch 2. I'll get back to you on that. She previously said Persona 3 Reload and Metaphor ReFantasia are coming to the Switch 2 as well. We know that Falcom and Level 5 are going to make the jump too. As far as early Namco ports go, I think Tales of Arise makes sense. The JRPG support for the Switch 2 should be very, very good. So this is just another game coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. Visions of Mana. It will be released on the upcoming console for Nintendo. So that's that. And then we also have Midori talking about this as well, saying the Final Fantasy IX remake is still in development. It is a title that was not cancelled in the restructure of SQEX during this fiscal year. According to conversations, the title was originally outsourced for another developer, but SQEX was not satisfied and development shifted. Development of this title is now very far along, but I do not have any firm information on the scope of this title or a firm release period right now. This title could release before the end of this fiscal year, but I am not certain right now. There are plans for new information on some SQEX titles at the Xbox Showcase. I don't know if this title will be at the showcase, so it is good to keep expectations low right now, and this is a title that is currently planned for release on multiple platforms, so you never know. Could be for the Nintendo Switch, you never know. It is information I did not remember to post. During a period of time, I think this title was in development for the current Switch hardware. I'm not certain if it still is in development for the Switch, or if this title will still be released on the Switch. I could not verify. So, at one point it looked like that this game was going to be for the Switch. Maybe it will be coming for the Switch too, who knows. But either way, just some more kind of like Nintendo stuff there that could be coming for a Nintendo console on the horizon. But that's all the Nintendo stuff. That's all the events, the announcements, everything like that. Let's move on to the Legends ZA rumor of the day. This was posted on the 4th of June. It's titled Legends ZA Information Leak. And again, posted on 4chan. Take it with a massive grain of salt, as always. A lot of the time, these do turn out to be fake. But every now and again, one just does turn out to be true. But anyway, let's see what this one says. So, the information is coming from a source I know who has information on the game. I'm choosing to remain anonymous, and so are they. I can say that they have been reliable in the past. So, again, that's just like a little bit of a backstory. If they said what they'd been reliable about or something, then that would have helped a little bit. But they've just been reliable in the past is very, very vague. But either way, that's how they know this sort of information for Pokemon Legends ZA. So, you work as a professor's new assistant. So, we haven't really had that kind of take on the game yet. A lot of people are saying, oh, you work for like Team Flare, you work for this like other company, but no one's actually said, oh, you actually work as a professor's new assistant. The starters are the Kalos starters. A lot more rumors have been coming out of the kind of rumor mill saying that the starters are going to be the Kalos starters. So a little bit more love for Froakie, Chespin, and Fennekin, but we'll have to wait and see. I still think it is going to be the Generation 6 starters, but that's just my personal opinion. That's just what I think. That's not based on like anything crazy. That's just what I think. It very well could be other starter Pokemon. Then goes on to say there will be strong Pokemon in different areas that are boss Pokemon. So I'm not sure if that's like the Alpha Pokemon or the Enraged Pokemon that you fight in Legends Arceus. When you defeat them, you obtain a Hexagon item. So I'm assuming that is like the Cleavor, the Avalugg, the Arcanine, the Electrode, the Hisui and Lilligant that you fight in Legends Arceus. I'm assuming that's the kind of like bosses. The only thing about that is like if you're in the city, are these bosses just gonna like come into different parts of the city and start like wreaking havoc, or are you gonna have to like go to a certain location? Like, it's just, I'd expect there to be like strong trainers more than like enraged boss Pokemon in a city, but that's just, you know, that's just my personal opinion. Then goes on to say the boss Pokemon will have to be completed in order and are Bug, Normal, Fighting, Fairy, and Dragon. There's a final battle with a Ghost-type one. So I don't know if these are new Pokemon or if this is just Pokemon that already exist. Obviously, in Legends Arceus, all of the Enraged Pokemon were new Pokemon. We had, like I say, Cleavor first, and then obviously we had, who was next? Can't remember who was next, but there's like Arcanine, Electrode, Avalugg, and stuff like that. All of them were like brand new Pokemon. So hopefully it would be like a similar situation. If there was going to be like enraged boss Pokemon, you'd like to think there were going to be like Mega Evolutions. That'd be a lot cooler. Like a brand new Mega Evolution would be much better than just like some random normal Pokemon that we already know about. Anyway, there's a new method of battling where you play as your Pokemon to help certain Pokemon break free. You can also use this in the overworld as a replacement for HM. So yeah, I mean, I think something like this will actually occur. Just because from the original initial reveal trailer that we had for Pokemon Legends EA, we did sort of follow Pikachu around for a little bit, and that just kind of gave me the vibe that maybe we were going to be taking on this like Pokemon persona. And as well as that, we did just have that in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with the whole, can't remember what it was called off the top of my head, I've not played Scarlet and Violet in so long. But yeah, you know, where you obviously take over the Pokemon and can actually play as them and stuff like that. Anyway, there is no evil team, but many characters are being influenced by an evil aura that you have to defeat by collecting 5 hexagons. So yeah, there's some sort of evil aura. I don't know if that's to do with a Zygarde or a new legendary or something, but apparently there's not going to be any evil team. I mean, I'd like to think there will be an evil team. I feel like if it is in a city, there has to be an evil team, because it's just, a city is more populated with people than Pokemon you'd like to expect, so surely it makes more sense for it to be like an evil team that is going around causing havoc, or, you know, is very mischievous or something like that. There is a Pokemon called Astravol, and it is a unique typing, and it looks like a tombstone. It has 2 forms. So a unique typing isn't a new typing. A unique typing is like a brand new dual typing, like, I don't know, Dragon Bug or something like that. But it has 2 forms, so I could see it having like an attack and a defense form, something like that. There will be a Fairy Fire Comet Pokemon. So Fairy Fire is a type. I don't think we have Fairy Fire off the top of my head, which is kind of bizarre. Like, Fairy Fire is a typing that just sounds so good. And I don't know why I don't think we've had that, unless we had it in Gen 9. I think before that, I don't think we've had a Fairy Fire. But either way, that would be like a great typing for a legendary Pokemon or something like that. Or a mythical, maybe. But yeah, Fairy Fire Comet Pokemon apparently is going to be happening. Some Pokemon can change type, so I don't know if that's a new gimmick or something or whatnot. But I don't know what that really means. Like, can change as in for a battle or forever, like permanent changing type. I don't know what that means. The only online features are trading, so obviously that's very similar to Legends Arceus. I still think there's going to be online battling in this game, though. I think if they introduce new Mega Evolutions and you can't fight other people with them, it's going to be a little bit lackluster. So I'm really hoping, and I do think there will be online battles, because if there isn't, then we're going to just have Generation 9 online since 2022, and this doesn't come out until 2025, so that's 3 years of the exact same Pokemon, the exact same battling, whereas in this game, if there was online, there would be Pokemon that exist, like Furfrou, for example, is going to be in Legends EA that doesn't exist in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So you're going to be able to use other Pokemon that you haven't been able to use, whereas if this game doesn't have online, let's say Gen 10 doesn't come out until 2026, you know, you're not going to have been like, let's say your favorite Pokemon is Simisage or something, and I know that you've never been able to play with that on the Switch, but if it was in Legends EA and you just couldn't use it online for battling, it would be a little bit annoying. And then, yeah, there is a feature where you have to complete missions in the city given by NPCs, and you earn fame. And the more fame you earn, the bigger you can develop the city like a secret base. So it's an interesting point, that last one, because fame was actually a thing in Pokemon X and Y and Lumiose and stuff. There were certain things you could do to increase your fame, and that would actually make things cheaper, like Mega Stones, stuff like that, around the city. So fame is definitely something that I could see them bringing back to the game, especially because it takes place in Lumiose, which is where this original fame thing actually took place in Pokemon X and Y as well. So yeah, I don't know if that is meaning that this is even more legitimate or not, or they've just done their research, who knows. But either way, that is an interesting point at the end. But I mean, all in all, I'm not completely against this, but yeah, I mean, I don't like it just being trading online and that's it. I mean, the Kalos starters, I mean, that's fine. Enraged bosses, yeah, like new forms, stuff like that. It's not too bad. They don't talk about mega evolutions at all in this, though, which is interesting, because usually every rumor talks about mega evolution, because everybody wants to know about mega evolutions. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Do you think it is true or not? I'm going to say no. It just doesn't have that extra bit of spice, you know. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that and all the Nintendo Switch 2 stuff as well. What do you think this Zelda game is going to be? Do you think it is going to be Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, or something completely different? And then also let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.